Hi, this is Dave, and this is Dave's Worldview. Just the other day, I learned that the Mueller team had wiped the memories on 27 of the phones used in the Mueller investigation, basically the Russia collusion, delusion, coup attempt. And I just felt like I had to kind of address the issue. I'm going to talk about what we know and what does it mean. Well, we know that the FBI lied to a FISA court to spy on candidate Donald Trump's campaign and on President Trump after he was in office. 2 days ago, we found out that the Mueller team accidentally wiped clean 27 phones that were used in the Russia collusion coup attempt. And we also know that Hillary Clinton used BleachBit to permanently delete files from her email server while she was under investigation by the FBI. Now, I know that's kind of unrelated, but it kind of shows a pattern. Just those three things alone make me want to demand criminal prosecution and justice. But there's a lot more. We know that Democrat mayors and governors have been far more likely to use totalitarian tactics during the COVID-19 crisis. And we also know that Democratic mayors and governors have encouraged anarchists to riot, assault, and kill innocent civilians by their failure to act with the appropriate measures necessary and by downplaying violent riots as peaceful protests. We know that campaign staff for Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden donated to a group that paid bail fees for people arrested in the Minnesota riots. Interestingly, this was fact checked by the Washington Post, and they tried to twist it into a net positive for the Democrats, who were just helping poor rioters that couldn't afford bail. Kamala Harris also tweeted her support to help the poor rioters get back on the street while Minneapolis was still burning. Democrat leaders have encouraged violence against police officers with their incendiary rhetoric and lack of support for the 99.9% of police officers that do an extremely difficult job very well. According to the FBI, 37 police officers have been killed so far this year. 8 were ambushed and 2 were victims of unprovoked attacks. Hundreds more have been injured by lasers, projectiles, and other objects. Now, I bring all these things up to say this. Either these Democratic leaders are trying to use these tactics to gain power, or they are intentionally trying to destabilize our country. I think that they are doing everything in their power to try to destabilize our country. Totalitarian lockdown tactics for COVID-19, free passes in Democratic-run cities for anarchists to riot, injure, and kill innocent civilians, encouraging violence against police officers, helping bail out anarchists to return to burning cities, and then wiping the memory from 27 cell phones used in a coup attempt on the president. I think there are some people that are very afraid of what will come to light if President Trump gets 4 more years in office. Now, I thought about doing this video yesterday when I first heard about the Mueller team wiping the memories of 27 phones, and then thinking about how destabilizing that kind of action is to our nation and our sense of justice. But I'm glad I waited, because I want to recommend that people watch a YouTube video a pastor friend shared with me this morning. It's titled, Lara Logan Calls Out Agitators for Trying to Invoke Race War on Cops. In the video, Lara Logan argues that what is currently going on is not random acts, but the carrying out of a strategic objective by a small group using tactics to appear bigger than their actual numbers. Her interview reinforced what I already knew to be true. This is an agenda. So, this is a warning to conservatives, and this is why I wanted to do this video. It's a little frustrating. You want to take law into your own hands. That's what they want you to do. So maybe there was incriminating evidence on the 27 phones that the Mueller team wiped clean. But if the wiping of those phones was just more bait that the Marxists are using to get conservatives to take to the streets, I say don't give them the revolutionary opportunity that they are seeking. We will win this culture war because our ideas are better than their ideas. That's why they shout us down. They don't want us to speak because their ideas are bankrupt. and they're hopeless and useless. And because there are many more people interested in peace than in division, it's another reason why we will win this culture war. So keep the faith, rejoice always, pray without ceasing, and in everything give thanks. Remember, hope gives you the will to fight. Find your hope in Him and fight the fight of faith. Praise and worship music is a great way to get your mind off of the problem and on to the solution. God is moving in cities and towns across America. This is an exciting time to be alive. And don't forget to watch Laura Logan, and I'll link to it at the end of this video. Thanks for watching Day's Worldview. Have a great day.